Hey everybody, it's Evan Vanderbilt with another episode of Once Around the Block. I'm here with the one, the only.
Sheika Reid.
Hi Sheika, how are you?
I'm wonderful, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Where are we?
We are within the U Street corridor. We're walking up 13th toward V Street. We're going to loop back around and end up back on U Street.
Okay, a very dynamic neighborhood, very full of history.
Yeah. Oh my God, so much history and culture. Like back in the day, I mean, U Street was really like the Black Broadway of really, I mean, the East Coast outside of New York.
Okay.
People would, like get really dressed up and come down here to see like Duke Ellington and Ella Fitzgerald and all of these like just phenomenal, great artists, and it was over time. Yeah.
Cool.
It was really exciting.
It's, so wait, let's hop all over the place.
Yeah, I like it.
Who are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm Sheika Reid. Okay. I'm running for City Council for Ward 1.
Okay.
So that's the U Street corridor, 14th Street corridor, up until U Street, Northern Shaw, that's Columbia Heights, Adams Morgan, Mount Pleasant, Kalorama Heights, Howard University.
My goodness.
It's a lot. It's a lot of the what I like to call the heartbeat of the city.
Okay, so what has got you inspired, or how did you get involved in this? Why are you pursuing this position?
Glad you asked. Well, I'm pursuing it because I don't know if it's possible, but can you pan to see this amazing portrait?
I was actually hoping you'd say that because it looks really incredible.
Yeah, and so I was walking by the other day and I saw the artist painting it and I had to stop and talk to him.
Sure.
And he only spoke Spanish. Fortunately, I'm fluent in Spanish.
Okay.
But basically he explained that it's about humanity and how if we couldn't see each other, we wouldn't be able to discriminate.
Oh, excellent.
And so it's this whole beautiful piece about not being able to see people but feeling their humanity instead, which totally. I thought was so beautiful, and I was really hoping would be in this block when we did the walk route, so it worked out.
That's amazing. Cool.
But that kind of goes back to why I think it's important to run. As a millennial, we really lack civic engagement, especially in DC. And a lot of policies really do impact us, whether it's around small business development and being able to partner with our local government, whether it's affordable housing, and making sure that legislation really does protect housing costs in the city where possible.
Yeah.
Clearly not across the board, but absolutely. So, but I think, I just grew up in our local political scene, and I've seen the impact that is possible when we have real civic engagement, when we have politicians who genuinely do care about their communities, and that's always been really important to me.
Yeah. So speaking, I don't know if this is a sensitive subject. This corridor, it used to be known as Black Broadway. It's changed a lot. It's transformed completely.
Absolutely.
Is that a good thing, a bad thing, not a thing?
I think it's a natural thing.
Yeah.
Because, it was the Black Broadway in, the 40s and 50s.
Right.
And I don't think that it would necessarily need to be the Black Broadway today. But there's that history and that legacy and that culture is really important.
Yeah.
Just like the rest of DC. That's why we're such a great city, is because we are so rich in history and culture, and we really do pride ourselves in having a narrative in the American story. So a few places that are just really important within that narrative are the Bohemian Caverns, which is at 11th and U, which has always had just amazing jazz and performers and open mics and just opportunities for artists to thrive and to come and DJ. And then we've had the Lincoln Theater, the Howard Theater over in Shaw was also huge.
Sorry, because I know the block's ending and I have so many questions.
Oh really? No, I'm so okay.
No, but I'm just gonna skip through. Is that okay?
Okay, great. Let's go.
Who are you trying to engage here? What's the how do young people? You're saying millennials aren't hip to it enough, or not involved enough. How do we get them involved?
Get involved. Reach out to me. I'm your millennial candidate.
Awesome.
There are tons of ways though, but I think that finding opportunities to volunteer, to reach out, even if you're just reposting on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, that's engagement, and really bringing
So
yourself in on the
it's a very
conversation.
like social media plays a huge role these days with how we communicate
Absolutely.
and how you get your words.
Absolutely. I have polls on my Instagram all the time. You guys should definitely check them out.
Cool. What are we walking
But
in front of right now?
Also, this is Ben's Chili Bowl. It is a unbelievably historic part of this city. It's actually it's been here for so long. It was here before like King was killed and there were the riots in DC, but
Let's walk
when
to
the
the corner,
riots
finish it off.
yeah, right. When the riots happened, when the riots
totally.
happened, it managed to hey, how you guys doing? It managed to stay standing and was protected through the riots and everything.
Yeah.
If you're ever hungry, you need some greasy food, it's your
the place to
perfect
be.
it's a perfect cheat to your diet.
I have like millions of questions, but we're coming up on the block, and that's kind of the thing, right?
Right.
It's a quick shot. It's the wow moment right now. It's
Okay.
the words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
It's an opportunity for you to go ahead and, I don't know, share some wisdom or throw a shout out or whatever it is.
I would say for the words of wisdom, it's really important to make sure that you are engaged in your community beyond, your comfort zone. And that's why DC is so great, is that we have an accessible local government, and that's what I'm for. So shout out to Reid for Ward 1, Reid for Ward 1 on Instagram and Twitter, and come help out, come do some calls, come knock on some doors, come to some parties. I'm throwing plenty of events over the next few months, and reach out to me.
Awesome. Can you say bye to the folks at home?
Bye everyone. And also I got my sticker on Edmund. All
I'm
right,
stuck.
bye.
All right. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.